We're here on 23-154, 23-602, Dante Glenn. Here for a final hearing on the first violation, which was positive screen for marijuana June 4 and June 10. You understand that charge?
Yes, sir.
And then admission of marijuana and alcohol use on June 4. You understand that charge?
Yes, sir.
And we're here on the addendum. Failure to report is scheduled June 11 and June 18. Do you understand that charge?
Yes, sir.
Also, a positive test for marijuana, amphetamine, methamphetamine on June 22. You understand that charge?
Yes, sir.
And that is for a probable cause hearing. Mr. LeConte, what's he want to do?
Your Honor, with regards to the supplemental, we'll waive probable cause.
Is he going to plead guilty on all these charges?
Yes.
All right, is that what you want to do?
Yes.
All right, what's your plea to all these violations?
Guilty.
I'll accept your guilty plea and find you guilty. Mr. LeConte, go ahead.
Your Honor, I've had a lot of discussions since the last time we were here with Dante and also with several of his family members, including his mother and his girlfriend. As the court, I think, is aware, his mother actually came here this morning. She was going to speak on his behalf, but she's watching a granddaughter. There was a decision made since we were in chambers for her to take the granddaughter out. They didn't want her to watch the proceedings. Dante has had a lot of things occur in his life over the past number of years. He's got 3 different family members that died. One of them, at least one of them, violently. He has not dealt with those losses well. The mother expressed that to me. The girlfriend has. There were recent cemetery visits just prior to these violations that they know that he made, some of them along with other family members, to this cemetery. He has not dealt with that grief in their eyes very well, and they believe that that's behind a lot of these issues. I've talked to Dante extensively about his attempts on probation, on regular probation, to overcome some of the drug usage and what may now clearly be a need for some psychological counseling. I think, and I believe his mother and girlfriend both feel, that he needs some professional help. So I'm going to request that the court consider like an Oak House or NeoCap program for him. I believe both of them can do the dual program with him to help him deal with the grief issues that may be behind a lot of the drug usage.
All right, thank you. Ms. Crook, do you know how many days he is in on 154?
Yes, I do, Your Honor. The total number of days on 154 is 137 total days, and on 602 it's a total of 95 days.
And 31 on these violations?
31 on the violations.
All right, Mr. Glenn, what do you want to tell me?
Your Honor, I just want to say, I appreciate the opportunity that you've given me, and I know from the outside looking in, it looks like I need substance abuse help. And I mean, you can say I do, but to me, I really think I need help with grief counseling.
The statement you just made recently, like how recently?
I lost my daughter in 2022, 2022, February 14th.
Okay.
So I don't wake up every day and just say, F probation, I'm about to get high. I don't smoke recreationally. I don't. It'd be circumstantial, Your Honor. It'd be circumstantial where I think something happened, and it's just like,
So if
I don't even think about probation
if you have these mental health problems,
that's what I need help with.
well, that's fine, okay. And if you're compounding that with this drug stuff goes back. Okay, so this stuff goes back 30 years. without the grief.
And y'all was using it recreationally. But
Well, I don't know what recreationally means.
Since I've been on probation, you can see, like, I don't go every day. Like, I'm not testing positive every week, every day.
Yeah,
I'm testing positive
but
one time out of a 4 or 5 months. Like you told me, I'll get in my by getting the help that I need. Like, I
Understand where you're at?
haven't caught no more cases. I've been case free. I haven't caught no more cases. No
You're
more
here for
situations.
2 cases, okay? You can't erase the past, okay? Because in your case, the past is pretty strongly predicted your future, and then sometimes you just don't show up. You don't show up here, you don't show up there.
Every time I sent Jamie when I was supposed to go to work, I busted a tire, and then when he told me that, my lawyer called me and told me, he said, you got a warrant. I'm going to get this a court date for Monday the 22nd. If I got a warrant, I got a court date. I didn't know I was supposed to come back and show up on the 18th.
Yeah, you know how this stuff works.
I know. Well, he said we go to court on the 22nd, so I didn't think I was supposed to go to
Your obligation for probation was reporting every week.
Right, and
Not when you want to report.
It wasn't when I wanted to report, Your Honor. It was like I came back. I was on my way. The tire busted. I sent her a picture of the tire. I didn't make it in time. She had a warrant out. My lawyer called me 2 days later on the Saturday.
You can talk about June 18th if you want to talk about June 18th and June 22nd, but I'm looking at this is continual for 30 years, 27 years as an adult. This goes one after the other.
I bumped my head a couple of times, Your Honor. I promise I can get it
You
together.
didn't bump your head. You keep beating your head against a brick wall and nothing changes.
I promise I can get it together, Your Honor.
Don't promise me because I don't care about
I
promises.
got a lot going on, man. I got a lot going on.
I know you got a lot going on.
I'll
Okay?
get it together.
And you're going to have a lot going on if you don't get your shit together.
I'm gonna get it
And
together.
you don't listen. You haven't heard a word I've said.
I have.
You haven't heard one word I've said. Okay? Because they don't want you on probation. Okay? Because you don't put forth any goddamn effort to straighten out your life. You don't. You haven't. You don't acknowledge it other than you don't need any drug treatment help. You just need grief help, right? You've continually said that you don't need drug treatment, right? Because I don't know what using this stuff recreational. You use methamphetamine recreationally? What the hell does that mean?
And I was gonna get to that, Your Honor. And I didn't use methamphetamine. I bought them.
You didn't. Then why did it show up in your urinalysis? How did it show up? I had a lady here yesterday who's used crack cocaine for 40 years running. And she tested positive on probation for cocaine. And she told me, standing in that very spot, that she didn't use it. She was just in the room where it was. And she tested positive. So you tell me how you tested positive for methamphetamine, but you didn't use it.
I was gonna say, man, when I went to the liquor store, when I got that wine from the liquor store sell pre-rolled joints. Like, I don't know if it was in the pre-rolled joint, but I did not knowingly just
Okay.
review
I don't
ecstasy
believe
pill.
you.
I know you don't.
I don't
All I
believe
can do is tell the facts, Your Honor. That's it.
Well, your version of the facts belie reality. Okay.
Yes,
What
sir.
liquor store did you go into that they sell pre-rolled joints?
Every liquor store in our neighborhood, the London liquor store, London.
What were you doing in a liquor store if you're not
That was
supposed
the day I
to
went to the cemetery.
be? What were you doing in a liquor store if you're not supposed to be drinking?
I know, that was the day I went to the cemetery, Your Honor.
Okay.
I
How
told my lawyer.
How did you see that was going to help you?
I didn't, Your Honor. That's why I said it clouded my judgment.
What have you done to address your mental health problems since 2022 when that happened to your daughter?
Nothing, like I said.
Nothing. Right? Your intention is to do nothing. Your intention is to come here, bullshit your way out of it, and continue on the way you're going. That's your intention.
Hopefully you give me the help I need.
I don't give help. Okay? I don't give help. I'm not a counselor. I'm not a drug counselor. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a licensed social worker. Okay? I don't give help. I can't help people, especially people who can't help them, who won't help themselves, because that's your category. You won't help yourself.
Can I prove to you, Your Honor, and show you that I can help myself? Can I prove to you one last
Wasn't
time?
that the point of putting you on probation in the first place?
Can I get one last time, Your Honor, to show you I'll never be back? Can I get one last time to prove to you and show you that I can't help myself and I can't finish probation good?
See, that,
Please, please,
you can talk about that all you want,
please.
okay? But you come in here and you tell me that you don't need help with your drug use. You just need grief help, which is complete. That couldn't be more.
Like growing up, the way I went, man, especially my family.
Before all the tragedies.
Before all the tragedy. Every day, like I'm talking to a person who was smoking every single day and drinking every single day. You know what I mean? Every week. I mean,
This
it
isn't
was circumstantial.
We're not here on the 50%. Plan is not for my benefit. It's not for probation's
It's for
benefit.
mine.
It's for your benefit.
Yeah, I will do it again.
You completed IOP, and what was the result then? When did you complete IOP?
Doing 2025 last year.
Then why are you still using drugs?
Like I said, well, it was circumstantial. It'd be circumstantial, man. I get in my depression modes about situations. It ain't like I'm just waking up and just using.
Question I asked you a little bit ago. Why haven't you gotten help for it then? Because you didn't want to get help. You just wanted to go on your merry way doing what you're doing.
I do want to get help. I need help.
Then you should get help. That's why you were on probation.
I ain't your probation officer. It's like, and then when you do come to your probation officer with to try to get to talk to them and get to get some help, like I've been on probation a couple of times, but some probation officers they try to give you resources, they try to give you help. Honestly, with Miss Jamie, man, she is nothing. As a man, we be afraid to admit when we need help sometimes. That's me and some men do. Like, you know what I mean? I need the help, Your Honor. You know what I mean? And the way I'm gonna get the help is to come in front of you. Because I need the help, Your Honor. I need the help. But I'm not a bad guy. I'm not getting high every single day just saying F probation. I go to work every single day. I take care of my kids. I pay my bills. You know, I got an apartment in my name.
Where's your mother right now? In the hallway?
there.
How old is she?
My mom,
Yeah.
I'm 45. She got to be 63.
Okay. And who's she out there with?
That's my niece.
Why does she have your niece?
That's my brother's daughter.
So why?
She had my son too. My mom was my son.
How old's your son?
7-year-old.
She got your son?
She don't have him now. He with his brothers and sisters. He starting back in school in 2 weeks.
And why is it on your mom to take care of all these kids?
No, she be watching my brother's kid sometimes.
Okay.
Like
So why is she every time that you're in the blue uniform, she's watching your 7-year-old? Why? Why are you doing that to her?
Exactly, and I'm doing that to him.
I know exactly. I know you are. I said, why are you doing that to her? Because you don't give a shit about her. You give a shit about yourself and the life you want to live. That's why. And you haven't done a thing to change it over the years. You've been to prison 6 times, and you pick up these 2 cases. No, these are only, what do we got? One's an F5.
Remember how when I caught this case? I remember I told you like it was them pills that I had in my pocket. I didn't even know I stopped taking the ecstasy pills. I had them pills in my pocket when they found them. Like I don't be in the streets no more. I haven't caught no more cases. I haven't had no contact with police.
These cases are only 2.5 years old. So don't tell me you haven't caught any cases lately. That's why you're here.
I have 18 months left, and I please, can you?
You've got
That's
two
right.
F5s. Two F5s
Yes,
that
sir.
you're here on. See, that's why I didn't send you to prison and kept you on probation after you kept violating. Because you had two F5s.
Yes, sir.
But you haven't done a thing to help yourself
Yes, sir.
since these cases. Not a thing. Now, at some point, you're not going to have to deal with me anymore. It may be sooner rather than later. Okay? But you're still going to have the same baggage, the same problems. You're not going to address them because you don't care to address them. Okay? You don't care to address them. If you cared to address them, you would have addressed them already. But you won't do it.
I will. I'm going to address them. Like, that's a hard pain. When you lose your daughter, that's a hard pain. I don't want to pain on nobody.
I'm not disputing that.
That's a hard pain. That's a wound that never ever heals.
Right.
I'm gonna get help. I'm gonna get the help I need, Your Honor. I bumped my head a couple of times, but I'm not a bad guy. I'm not, man.
This isn't whether you're a bad guy or not a bad guy. Okay. You're not here for beating somebody over the head with a baseball bat. Okay. You're here because you've got a 30-year problem that you refuse to address, despite being given the opportunities to address them. You won't do it. You haven't done it. That's why you're here. It's got nothing to do. You've told me 4 or 5 times you're not a bad guy.
Yes, sir.
And I've never said you're a bad guy.
Yes, sir.
That's not the issue. Anything else you want to say?
I just ask that you give me one last chance. I promise I won't be in your courtroom never again. I will address it. I will address all my issues, Your Honor. I will. Like, I don't have, like I said, like, man, I can't really start my life back over. I'll be starting my life all over again if I leave. You know what I mean? My mom had to get all my stuff out of my apartment. I mean, like,
Whose fault is that?
And it's mine.
Right.
It's mine. I just ask you to give me one last chance. I promise to you, Your Honor. On my daughter's grave, man. I swear on my daughter's grave, I will get together. When I get out of the body, if you let me out, I promise I will seek help that same day. The same day. I promise to you, Your Honor. I promise to you. I promise. I promise you won't see me in your courtroom again. I promise I will seek the help. It's just one. I just need a little tweaking. That's it. I just need a little tweaking. I don't need much to get me together. I just need a little tweaking, Your Honor. I promise you. I will get it together. Like, I what type of guy, still go to jail for 30 days, come home, still have the same job, pay $32 an hour. I will get it together, Your Honor.
That doesn't concern you because you still keep doing the same thing over and over again.
It was circumstantial.
What do you mean it was circumstantial?
Like, when I used, it was like I said, I ain't just using regulation. I'm using, like, I went to my daughter's cemetery, to my daughter's grave. Her birthday was her birthday fell on Father's Day, June 21st is her birthday. It fell on Father's Day. Man, I woke up, that hit me hard, man. I didn't celebrate Father's Day with my kids like we had planned. I went to the cemetery, to the grave, and sat with my daughter. And FaceTime her mom, her mom staying in Atlanta. FaceTime her mom, let her mom talk to her for about an hour or two. It was circumstantial. Probation wasn't even on my mind. You know what I mean? That's why I'm saying, like, it wasn't even on my mind. I wasn't even thinking about that, Your Honor. Like, for real. I can get it together. I promise you I can get it together.
You have had plenty of opportunities to get it together, and you've refused to do it. All right, I've gone back and listened to, reviewed the pre-sentence report, the entire record, considered what Mr. Glenn has said, what counsel has said. I'm going to find you're no longer amenable to community control. 23-154, I sentence you to 10 months in prison with credit for 154 days. On 602, 10 months in prison, credit for 95 days. Costs are assessed on each case. The sentences will be concurrent to one another. Anything further, Mr. LeConte?
Your Honor, can I get the Neo Camp, please? Can I get the, please, Your Honor?
Mr. LeConte, anything further?
Your Honor, again, I would reflect that I think it would be fair to give him a chance at neocap or OCOPS.
Well,
Please, Your Honor,
I've gone through extensively
Please, Your Honor.
what has gone on with Mr. Glenn over the years,
Please, Your
despite the fact that other judges sentenced him to prison on 6 separate occasions on multiple. A lot of those sentences were concurrent. I put him on probation here. He's violated multiple times here. So that's the sentence.
Please, Your Honor.
All rise.